AskReddit by Tuapam. What YouTube channel is a goldmine of entertainment? Technology connections makes everyday technology interesting. New video today on brake lights. I didn't know it was an issue, and now I demand action. Camping with Steve aka Steve Wallace. Guy is just a pure joy to watch. He's just a humble good person who camps. Sometimes he does stealth camps in some pretty risky places. Sometimes he's at campgrounds. He also has his buddy named Crazy Neighbor who accompanies him occasionally. I'd suggest watching his stuff from the beginning. Really get to learn his story. He's got a documentary style video called Boondocking. Best video to start with. Hunker Down. Defunct Land. It's basically talking about old TV shows and amusement parks. Great channel. One time, I forgot to go to the gym even though I said I would. My mom returned home and asked why I hadn't gone. I told her that I had gotten distracted by a video and couldn't just leave in the middle of it. We then watched the entirety of Defunct Land's Fast Pass video and she said that she understood. Frank 1. It's what we wish documentaries would be like. Love this channel. It reminds me of the movie Strange Wilderness, all the scenes that feature Steve Zahn narrating their animal doc footage. Sharks are only found in two places on Earth, the northern and southern hemispheres. Mapmen. Mapmen. J. Foreman in general, Mapmen, Unfinished London, Politics Unboring, etc. He's also doing a guest spot on Geography Now for the UK episode. Speaking of which, it's time to learn Geography Now, go check them out. A video on every country in the world going alphabetically. They are just now getting to the United Kingdom, and I think the plan is to release the US one on the 4th of July. The YouTube channel Domino. His videos are of the highest quality and his last few videos based on my 370, Jack the Ripper and Life on Other Planets are too good for YouTube. His newest video will be coming out very soon. He's been working on it for over a year and will be over 2 hours long. A mere week or two away. Tom Scott, probably the best travel science channel out there. The guy goes to some truly amazing places. It's like watching an early 2000s Discovery Channel series. Lockpicking Lawyer. I think everyone is aware of this channel at this point, but if anyone isn't, it's a great example of cool niche content that becomes accessible to everyone. I also love that his videos are short and have virtually no filler. Historia Civilis. The best history content. He basically dissects battles from ancient history, as well as ancient politics. He just finished his Julius Caesar series which is phenomenal. Secret Base, formerly SB Nation. This channel is pretty good for its sports content. Beef History and Rewinder are cool series. But the real gem is John Bob. His videos are simply phenomenal. The best examples of data-driven storytelling I've ever seen. His 4-hour video on athletes named Bob is just awesome. Anything John Bob. Let's game it out. That guy kills me. The theme park and The Sims once had me in tears. Hold please. An ungodly number of hours later. Josh is what got me into Satisfactory. He teaches you to not be afraid to have an absolute mess of a factory. Just so long as it gets the job done. His Satisfactory videos are so well known that the devs for the game use pictures of it on the Steam store page. He managed to shoplift so much from the shops in Hydronia that the devs of that game put a little Easter egg in the game, a wanted sign offering a reward for the capture of Let's Game It Out. I think devs will happily give him a key to their games because if anybody can find game breaking glitches, it's Josh. I did a thing. I love that crazy Aussie. Boy is there other channel if you haven't heard, and Ankpods too. He's another one of my favorite Aussies. Ryan George. His videos consistently make me laugh. Binge watching Ryan George is super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Tasting history. My wife's favorite YouTube channel. RIP Max's coffee grinder. Oversimplified, fun and educational. Overly sarcastic productions and extra history are also very good if you like history or mythology YouTube. Nexpo. In a similar vein, Barely Sociable Slightly Sociable is also great and they even collaborated. Ask a Mortician is one of my favorite ones. Internet Historian, plus incognito mode. Lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate. Summoning Salt is the king of YouTube as far as I'm concerned. I drop whatever I'm doing when he uploads a new video. If you like Summoning Salt, I recommend Bobby Broccoli. It's a very similar style of documentary content, but about scandals in the world of science academia rather than video games. Two of my favorite rainy day channels. Townsend super cool history stuff. Overly sarcastic production, super fun history and mythology. GeoWizard has become one of my favorite channels on YouTube over the last few years. Are we recording? Doug and Doug. That guy has some of the most original ideas for using AI and coding in his content that actually gets the audience involved. This is Doug Erasure. Salmonella Academy. Genuinely some of the hardest I've laughed at a YouTube video. Real shame he's not very active anymore. If you want a recommendation for someone similar, Blue Jay is pretty good. Deleted. Gray doesn't release videos anymore, he births them. Dank Pods. And don't forget his other channels, Garbage Time and Drum Thing. Perfect trifecta of content. Jenny Nicholson releases like 2 videos per year that are on topics you have probably never heard of and couldn't care less about, but yet somehow you watch the entire 3-hour-long video and end up wishing it was longer. Edit. One of the other top comments mentions Defunct Land. If you like that channel, do try Jenny. They have a similar vibe, although they both have their own unique style. Still, they are quite similar and they reference each other, perform cameos in each other's videos pretty often. I loved her Evermore series. I waited online for 45 minutes to go on a magical Skype call for a quest I knew nothing about. JCS Criminal Psychology, outstanding commentary and background on famous interrogations. Shii and Badgut. Also GIFGAS. Kitboga. Dude scams scammers. I love when he acts like a naive old woman and scammers just start raging at him. Cracking the Cryptic. Bobbins, indeed. Simon's always like, I'm sorry, I'm sure all of you have already spotted it, while I'm still like, HMN. This indeed looks kind of like Sudoku. Abroad in Japan. Too much volcano. Decoding the Unknown is good. The host does the cold read of a script exploring some sort of conspiracy theory or paranormal event. He is extremely skeptic, so it's mostly looking for reasonable explanations or making fun of it. The scripts generally follow a formula of explaining the topic as it is presented by believers and then presenting the actual facts about it. I was looking to see if Simon was mentioned. Dude fits this answer very well. I mean, he has biographics, geographics, decoding the unknown, mega projects, Into the Shadows, etc. He even has the Casual Criminalist, which is very long crime videos, cold reads, which I enjoyed even though I really don't watch crime videos anymore. He is also more casual there and a bit silly. After watching that one, I can't watch him on other channels cause he seems too uptight, hahaha. Jetlag, the game. https://youtube.com/comrade jetlag the game . The European train season was the best so far.